To the extended team fight, this was something that the Zehen angle for Anyone's Legend should have been favored in, but now you have to run through a Swain, and anytime you have Swain,
you already see that mid laners both have level 6, and it is easier for AL to move first, because Swain can press Demonic Ascension all he wants, but Galio can go to another side of the map.
True.
So, for now, it is just going to be IG trying to move their way into River. You can see that thanks to having the Sivir, they just push the wave. They have control of the Tribe Rush. Maybe going on to Jway.
Maybe buffer the Q to get out of the grand entrance, but Tarzan still with the stun, and Jway just extends way too deep for vision control. That's first blood going over to Tarzan.
One of the bad, and so he uses it to keep him there, but he also took a bad trade. So Shanks is going to come back to lane using home guards. He also can respond if IG even bothered to contest for this dragon. It's going to be Anyone's Legend opening up a small lead by taking the first objective off the map.
For the most part, it's one of the earlier dragons we've seen out of this series, since the other ones were fairly delayed. So it's nice if Anyone's Legend want to at least unexpected clutch performances, and then you get used to the clutch performances, and then when you need it most, it doesn't show up, and then it ends up even more disappointing. Anyone's Legend, though, has...
Continue. I was going to say, I think of his Jinx, I think of his Kai'Sa.
I mean, the Kai'Sa's legendary, for sure. Dredge line from Jway connects onto the first member, immediately bursted. Holy cow, Kael just got dropped. Here comes Rookie with the Demonic Ascension, Flandre over the top, already using the Grim Deliverance, and Heroic Entrance, multiple members, damage on the backline, but now Rookie can continue. He's got him slowed with the power of the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, and Hope is trying to do his best on the sidelines with these piercing arrows, but they ain't doing jack squat. Anyone's Legend just has literally...
Next arrow from Hope, there is Jway and Wei both low, and we put it into the Cassante at full with no blight stacks.
Oh, pitcher and pitcher. Wait a minute. Saburo goes all out, finds Tarzan, but he's going to jump on him with a stun. Fodic coming up behind, trying to see if he can bail out Saburo using the thrill of the hunt. Or on the hunt, I should say. Anyone's Legend still trying to find ways to get back into this game, but this is so tense. Good buffer by Jway with the dredge line, gets out of the grand entrance, still hot on the trail. Flandre trying to look for a flank. They might be able to interrupt Jway on his escape. Kael flashing forward with the quickness, locks up 3. Grim Deliverance over the top, and that's the burst damage they were hoping for. Anyone's Legend eliminate Wei off the map. This is the third dragon going the way of the Pandas.
And I think the worst part about this is it's right in front of the dragon that will give them soul points here as AL. IG can do nothing but watch this objective. A TP from Rookie. Maybe it's going to be them looking on the outs.
Tarzan should be able to secure the dragon, but can Rookie and Fodic turn the tides in this river? Quick flash from Hope, gets over the wall and can fire a piercing arrow and bring down the demonic bird. Fodic gets knocked up by the Justice Punch and says sweet night to the ground. Anyone's Legend find 3 more kills and effectively delayed ace. Baron's on the table. I don't think they can go for it quite yet, but this is a major swing in Anyone's Legend's momentum.
Kael with amazing engagements there, followed up by a Grand Starfall. Are we going to find Wei again?
Wei gets locked up. He only has HP from the Shojin. Flashes in the nick of time, dodging out on the winds of...
If you can get to team fights, you are a beast. Yep. And he has a 1,500 gold lead now.
Jway does have Flash. He's already used it, and the rest of Anyone's Legend trying to get into the fight. Rookie pops Demonic Ascension. They're all slowed inside that corridor. Shanks is forced to go golden with the Zhonya's Hourglass. Looking at Saburo, he tries to hold the front line for now. Shanks gets one last taunt. The face rush not enough, then Saburo wipes him. Now the rest of Anyone's Legend on the retreat. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but the value of the trade... Max rank ulti, I think he can really make the difference in this upcoming dragon fight.
And what about his opponents here? We've said that time and time again, when IG look good, it's when Rookie is at the forefront alongside the rest of his team. And, I mean, as a lane counterpart, Saburo has become a liability in some of these games. So I need to see him perform. I want to see IG look competitive. They'll have priority over this mid wave thanks to the Sivir, and completely blanked out the vision, except for the scuttle that was taken by AL.
He sidestepped the dredge line. Aegis' ult already used, blocks a lot of the damage incoming. Flandre tries to step up next. Hope trying to see if he can lay down some poke. Dragon already at 5k. Tarzan has to walk up again. 3k
Kyle with his
HP.
flank,
Can they
look at
get
this.
in? Flandra gets vision. They secure the dragon, deny the soul. But
Kyle!
the backline. Massive grand entrance and rogue entrance is going to be huge. It just forces Photic away to backspace. Way still has public execution at the ready. He's trying to peel off the backline. Shanks goes golden. Rookie's holding the front line with the Ryle's Crystal Scepter. He gets bursted by anyone's legend, and now the rest of IG are in full retreat. They can't escape.
Oh, Photic!
The Grand Starfall finds Photic. He stayed way too long, and now it's Way that could be next. Kyle is looping around, ready to cut off the retreat path. But Way has too much HP for anyone's legend to really take advantage of. Another massive fight for anyone's legend. The only consolation prize for IG is that they do deny the soul.
That was amazing steal, but is it going to be enough to keep them in this game? I need to see something from this Mbessa, man. Like, aside from some of the early skirmishing, it is not really panned out. And it's so difficult to now answer. Teleport's going to be here for Saboro. This is kind of like the last fight that IG are going to have access to.
Watch Kyle on the flank. He's spotted by the control ward. The rest of IG just immediately retreat over to the left side. AL tried to pull the Baron and force IG to face check them. Doesn't give them the angle they were looking for, but this Baron dance, they only have another 50 seconds to really go for before setting up for another dragon setup. Jway forced to flash.
Man.
Kyle pops the quickness. Way retreats for now. Saboro has Q3 at the ready, but does not find Flandra with the Natofo strike knockup. Anyone's legend have full control of this top side blue quadrant jungle. They yoink the blue buff away. Good never move on the Shanks. He's interrupted on the Justice Punch. He's forced to go golden with his own year's hourglass. Here comes Tarzan over the top. Grand Starfall. Everyone is trying to pile through the front line, but they drop Jway first. Heroic entrance by space. Tarzan still leading the charge for the Pandas. And it's over. Anyone's legend wastes 3 in an instant. A triple kill for Tarzan. Hope picks up the 4th, and it's just Saboro left, but he cannot pull a Hail Mary as Tarzan and Shanks. The rest of the Pandas come right on through over the wall, and they're ready to push through the bottom to close this series.
Hope teleports to the bottom lane wave, and that right there was an excellent fight. Despite it being started on IG's terms, they don't even need the soul here. AL will team fight their way out of this game and put a deficit down onto IG, going up to 4-2 here in the regular season.
Another ace for anyone's legend, and that's all she wrote. At the end of the day, it is still the Pandas victorious over Invictus Gaming. GG, well played.
A slow-rolled game, something that IG have yet to really conquer